Hello, Baki here with a new video in my The Sims 4 custom content series. In this video all about my placeable wild rabbits and unlocked rabbit home tree trunk. Important to mention is that for both objects the cottage living expansion pack is required. To easily find both objects, type rabbit into the search bar, or go to the outdoor activities section for the tree trunk, or the pond VFX section for the placeable wild rabbits. Let's take a closer look at those rabbits first. After clicking the color stripes you can choose between these 8 color variations. These are the same color variations you can also come across while walking around in Handford on Bagley. While placing, the wild rabbits can also be placed straight through other objects. This makes it possible to place them in between plants or grasses, for example. They won't have any trouble getting out of it. The interaction options will be the same as you'll have with other wild rabbits. The only difference might be that for some interactions you will see the text wild rabbit instead of the translation to your own language, as it uses the object's name. This can easily be changed though to whatever you desire using the rename interaction. Now if you place a lot of rabbits, the chance for them to stay on your lot will be bigger when also placing a tree trunk rabbit home. As it's normally locked until you befriend a rabbit, I've unlocked it for you already and added a few extra things. If you don't want to use rabbit homes on your lot, renaming the rabbit also makes the chance bigger that they will stay. As for the rabbit home extras, instead of the 3 default recolors, you will now have these 12 recolors to choose from. The recolors were made by making 3 additional recolors for each default recolor. Just like the placeable rabbits, the rabbit home can also be placed through other objects. This makes it easier to let it blend in more with its surroundings. As rabbits can walk straight through plants, you can even place objects in front of the rabbit's home entrance. Where the original rabbit home only had 1 medium decoy slot on top of the tree trunk, my version has 4 additional small decoy slots, so multiple animals can be placed on top of it. When going into live mode after placing a rabbit home, 1 rabbit will already be living in this rabbit home, just as with the default version. What I've changed though is raising the maximum number of rabbits which can live in a single tree trunk from 5 rabbits to 10. Be aware that it will take some time for the placeable rabbits to make the tree trunk their home, and that rabbits may still decide not to stay. You can check how many and which rabbits live in a tree trunk by shift clicking the object and clicking the interaction that lets you call for a specific rabbit. This works the best at night when all rabbits go to sleep in a rabbit home. All rabbits living in a rabbit home go to sleep around 8:30 in the evening and wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning. Although this probably also depends on the season and weather. If you like to keep a closer eye on the rabbits, you might want to create a bunny pen like this one. For the fence, I have used my natural branches fence with a gate that came with the cottage living expansion pack. Be sure to lock the gate for the rabbits, as otherwise they will immediately escape by walking through the gate. They might escape eventually by digging a hole, but if you have a rabbit home inside the bunny pen too, they will come back automatically too. Another way to get them back is by going into buy mode to move them back into the bunny pen manually. A final thing I need to mention is that I've unlocked the rabbits from debug and didn't change anything on how they work in game. If you use Twisted Maxie's Better Exceptions mod, this may result in showing some exceptions from time to time, as these rabbits sometimes can be a bit buggy. Most of the time it's triggered if rabbits try to disappear either into a trunk or in the ground but can't, or when too many rabbits live on a single lot or in an area which is too small for the amount of rabbits living there, like in a small bunny pen. So I recommend not to exaggerate when placing rabbits and to always place enough rabbit homes. If you don't use Twisted Maxie's Better Exceptions mod, you might get a crash report in your documents folder. But other than sometimes seeing 2 rabbits that get stuck in front of the tree trunk, you won't notice something didn't work as it should while playing the game. Downloading this mod is your own responsibility, but as far as I can tell it doesn't break your game, as it's something which was already part of the game. So if you do want to be able to place rabbits and rabbit homes, you can find a download link in the video description. You're also free to share this video with the rest of the community and hit the like button if you want to. I still got lots of ideas for new mods, so if you don't want to miss them, please subscribe. I hope to see many of you back here on BakieGaming.